Number 3 is going to piggyback off of that dimension. As I mentioned, we need 2 feet to occupy a dining chair, and we also need 3 feet for a path of travel. So if I have a chair plus a path of travel, I know I'm going to need 5 feet for circulation around that table. If you have an open concept space, this is very challenging to get this much square footage dedicated to the dining room. 5 feet around an entire table takes a lot of square feet. For those of you into math, if you were to have a 6-foot dining table with circulation around the entire table, it would require 95 square feet, which is why I can't often have circulation around a table because I do not have the required square feet. Number 4 has to do with the amount of people your table can sit per your table size. So I would not have a place setting less than 30 inches. As I mentioned, we take up about 24 inches in depth at a table, but we need more than that to actually comfortably sit and be able to extend our elbow and eat. We actually get advantage when we have a turn in a table. A 48-inch round can seat 4 to 5 people because nobody will have a straight 30 inches in front of them. A 54-inch round is the max I would go to seat 6 people. It's why I offer a 54-inch round on my website for those people who have tight dining spaces and need to seat 6. And that leads me to number 5, which is I wouldn't have more than a 60-inch round table in my dining room. 60 inches will seat 6 to 8 people comfortably, but it actually has to do with reaching the middle of the table and being a very far distance from each other at the table. The person on the other end of that table is 9 feet away when you're a 60-inch round. So conversation really only happens to the people beside you. And then if you have something in the middle of the table, let's say, it makes it very hard for you to be able to reach it. I don't come across this issue often because a round table actually does require quite a bit of square feet for everyone to be able to back up equally. I love putting round tables into very square rooms because you have the corners to back out into. And I have a bonus number 6 for vertical space planning. Just going to touch on this one point because it's a little bit of a pet peeve, and that is I wouldn't put an oblong chandelier with a round table or a round chandelier with an oblong table. You're basically wanting to match the shape of your table with your chandelier. This has to do with the head clearance we need to be able to bend forward and sit down in a chair without hitting our head on the chandelier. Chandeliers are hung very low so our faces are lit up, not just our food. So if you have a chandelier that's closer to the edge of your table, that's not good. You want it at least a foot into your table. Part 3, we're going to move to the kitchen where I have a lot to say. So stay tuned and make sure you're following me to get the most out of this series.